Hi, my name is Divya and I'm a psychologist here at Good Living. And today I will be talking to you about psychology, the disorders that can be treated by it, and the benefits of the same. Psychology is the study of the mind. So basically, if I have to keep it in the most simplest terms, it is not particularly something that is specific, it's abstract. But what we will be doing is we will be trying to explore all the different ways that your mind has developed templates. Templates from your experiences, templates from your everyday life, so that we can then understand the patterns that you are falling in now. The everyday patterns that you're not happy with. You're not happy with your work, then there's something there to talk about. You're not happy at your home life, something there to talk about. If you're just generally feeling unhappy and underwhelmed, something there we need to figure out. So let's talk particulars, right? So I said one of the things is depression. Let me now tell you a little bit more about depression. Depression is not just a state where people are seen in the media, dark room, crying all the time, upset with their lives and everyday things. They can be the people around you that are laughing, that are fine, but internally they're just not okay. They push through their everyday life just to start feeling something or doing something. There are going to be days where your friend or your co-worker or someone has just been absent and then they call and say they weren't feeling well. But more often than not, they couldn't even get out of bed. They couldn't fake it anymore. It was just too much for them. So depression is not just dark moods. It is a constant feeling of not being happy, not wanting to do the things that made you happy. It's not something that you can shake off with a walk or talk to a friend and so on. It is something that needs to be addressed because something in your life is not going to the way that you like it to be. And therefore, that exact situation needs to be solved. That needs to be addressed. That needs to be processed. Process is one of the most important things that we talk about in psychotherapy. Stress. I talked about the big one, depression, everybody knows. Stress is another big one that everybody kind of talks about but then pushes away, right? Stress, if we have to discuss it in the most minute ways, stress is a situation where you are placed in and your body is reacting. Your body is reacting in a way that is uncomfortable. Your mind is reacting in a way that is not in its perfect form, not in the best way it is. This is a biological system as well. So you need to understand your biological system to be able to understand stress. Do not at any circumstance think that there can be no stress in your life. Stress is important. It talks about having stress and trying to eliminate it or trying to manage it. But what they don't understand is that if there's a little bit more that goes to it. You need to first understand where it's coming from and then be able to address it. So that's another thing. Then you have other issues where you think that you're managing your OCD very well, but until it takes over your life. So anything, any trait that starts taking over your everyday life and the benefit that can come outside of not having that particular trait, that is what we can help with in psychology. What do you think could be the benefits of this? Right? Everyone tells me that I can talk to my friend, that I can talk to my family member, and I'll be fine. But the benefit that you get from coming into a therapist's office is that there is no judgment, there is no reason for me to have any sort of pre-set ideologies about your life and what you need to do. So there's going to be no advice. But at any point in time, you need an open space where you can voice out any of these ugly thoughts or ideas that you have. That is the benefit of psychotherapy. More than speaking to a friend or a family member where sometimes you need to filter. In the therapist room, there is no filter and there's no judgment from anything that comes around. So definitely it is something to explore at least once in your lifetime just to see if there could be any benefit to you. And And this is something that I would like to talk to you guys more in detail in our future series. But I really want you guys to understand that every single issue that you are going through needs addressing. Even if it is for 10 minutes, it doesn't, psychotherapy unfortunately has been thought of as a long extended process. It can be one session of 30 minutes where we just talk it all out, or if you really want to sort out some deep-seated issues, it will last as long as you want it. I don't believe in long-term forever therapy. I will give you the skills. You're supposed to use them and move forward. We will be discussing all of these in the following series, and we will be going through each one of them in detail.